Fatima Isabel, but my original name was Isabel, so I just put Fatima, and I didn't take Isabel because was my father would give me this name, so I didn't want to dishonor also my father. So I joined the two names, and I think it was become more beautiful. Fatima, beauty of Lady Fatima, and Isabel because of my father. What I remember from my childhood, my background was very poor, and basically poor neighborhoods, gangsters, you name it, everything down, women's of life, drugs. But my father was one person that was come out from all that people, and he was very honest. He had two jobs, and he was not person of cheating, or he was very an example for other people. So he was very famous around people who know him for his honesty, his truthfulness. I have one brother only, and it was very close relationship, but even close relationship, we are quite different from each other, like water and olive oil. So we are really different personalities, because my brother just follow whatever other people saying for you do, and I was all time wonder what is behind the things, what is the sense of this being like this. So I was more adventure and curious of the sense of life. Even since child, I was more, how I can explain, I was like to observe the human behavior, animal behavior, nature. I observe everything for learning why happen like this, why we behave like this. In Portugal, 99% they are Catholics. And then from the Catholics, like 20%, 30% they practice the religion, and then the rest they don't practice. They just practice in the like Christmas, Easter. This is when they practice the religion, and church like once a year, or when someone dies. Was like a funny background, and basically it was like this. But like 50% they believe in Fatima, because we have Fatima there in Portugal due to a miracle that happened there in 1917. And other 50% they say no, don't, she never existed. But we are descendants from, I believe, from North Africa, Muslims from North Africa, and so we are mixed backgrounds. I was quite confused, like my grandmother, she was practicing, but my mom, she was not practicing at all, and grandfather, nothing. My father, I didn't know that if he was Christian, Catholic, whatever. I never know what was his religion. He never told about. So was a no. He was very mysterious. So was quite confused. But church was just once a year, and my grandmother, she tried to put me in the church, but I was just bow when I get in, bow in the church, but I never make the sign of the Trinity, like the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. I never believe on that. So the church was quite upset with me. So, but I was truthful, like I don't believe on this. Like I was I was believe in God, but I didn't believe in what they say about. It was quite like miss some piece of puzzle. I didn't know how to pray, because never nobody told me how to pray. But I was basically making what Muslims say du'as. I was talking with God. It was not basically, I don't know how to pray like as a Catholic. funny way. But I know how to speak with God and ask things to Him, and with quite questions I had, all my questions were answered one way or another one. God give the answers, but just we need to have the eyes open for see, and I want to see the answer, and majority of the times I see the answer. One beginning I was in England, I didn't have money for eat, and I was desperate, like I don't know what I'm going to eat, what I'm going to do next tomorrow. And I said, God, please help me in some way. And what happened the next day is, I generally don't let nobody get close to me. And someone come to me and hug me and say, generally I go to that street and I find money. And the person, I follow, like I obey the person completely, I don't know why. And I go to that street and I find 10 pounds. So it was a kind of answer that God gave me. But I don't know who is that person, but like it's like I was knowing that person, but I didn't know. I was quite confused to explain, like mysterious ways. God give all the time the answer. When I come to London, I come basically for work, for my personal reasons. But then like I want to go back home because I was scared, and I didn't have nothing here. I didn't know to speak the language. But basically was, I think for me it was sign of God, like God want I come to England. Otherwise if I continue to stay in my country, I never become Muslim. So it was quite very difficult times, but I win all the challenge. I pass for all the challenge, and I get stronger. In Portugal, what I know about Islam was in the media, and scare me, and I see the women with hijab, and they say they are oppressed, and the men's beat on her, and then it was what the media was saying. And I say, poor ladies, they don't have even the right to think, to choose whatever they want to do or dress. They are oppressed. And I was thinking that they were the oppressed and I was the free woman. And later on I find out that I was oppressed and they are the free women. So it's quite a different point of view. This is the difficult part. In 2012, I see some couple of, I don't want to, like Muslims brothers, Sunni brothers and sisters, they are talking about Islam, but I never believe, like something that was missing piece. It was in that time, in July, in Ramadan time, I have a dream, my first dream, and I dream with one white lion, double of me, and around me was black wolves with red eyes, and the lion was protecting me. And after like this dream, past 2 years, was when I start to develop a little bit more here in UK, and I go to an interview of job at that time in 2014, and in the bus I was passing by the Islamic Center around, like in one bus passed there near, and I was living 2 hours away from Islamic Center, so I was in that bus, and I have a feeling that my heart start to, like, was a call. It was like somebody was calling me. I don't know how to explain. It's something quite more spiritual call. It was like something was calling me for a long time. It was the missing piece that I was looking for. And I look and I see the Islamic Center, but I was in the bus, I cannot stop. And because I was going to interview, I cannot arrive late. And after a few days, I was trying to look for the place again that honestly I was not remember where, but I was going to a couple of mosques around London, and my heart was saying, no, it's not here, no, it's not here. And it was one day I find a mosque, and my heart say, yes, it's here. Like, I have to be here. And when I arrived there, I was so scared, and I have that idea that, wow, they are going to kill me, or they're going to lock me out here. But I have like courage and get in and start to talk. Even I didn't know what I should, like, what I'm doing here, like what I want to ask. Like, okay, I want to know about Islam, and is how I start to introduce myself to Islam. And then pass like this, nobody there, so they send me there again, and I go again, and finally someone let me know a little bit, and a few days I have a second dream with the same lion. I was in one house full of black wolves with red eyes, and the house was dark, and the only way out is one door, and I was very scared in the dream, of course. And I find courage, and I go for that door, and the lion was there, and I feel scared, and I give one step back, and like, no, go ahead with. And when I get out of the door, I write Allahu Akbar. Even before I know I be Muslim, or I know the letters, the alphabet. And the lion go with me, and each step I was giving come flowers, because the place before was a desert, and then after become a garden. And with this one, I decided, like, yes, he is here. Is this place, this part of Islam that I want to be, is my house. Like, I feel like I was at home, like I was long time in journey and finally arrived home. It was like this, my conversion to Islam. Yeah, was was like the beginning of a journey. Like, what I'm going to do is like, what is my idea of doing the things, what I'm putting about, where I'm putting through. I go to Islamic Center, and I make my shahada, and I was very shy, and like, oh my gosh, everybody is going to look at me. And then they put me in the it was the birthday of Lady Fatima, and they put me there like near to other ladies, and it was like, oh my gosh, like few months, was necessary few months for I get used to the idea of hijab. I know that I have to wear, but I didn't know that I have to be like so quickly. And nobody pressed me for to wear hijab so quickly, but at that times I was in difficult times, and so I decided. The house where I live, nobody believe in Islam, and they proper hate Islam, and so how I was explained to people in the house that I was Muslim. So I decided to find my own house and get courage to put my first hijab